On the battlefield once more, old friend.
어? 어떻게 알고 왔어?
Yes, my Jarl. As in days of old.
Who are you to speak of the old days? The days when my word was bond. The days when the light of my glory lit the world. How dare you speak of those days as if they meant anything to a traitor like you?
Who told you of this?
My Saxon vassal is more loyal than any man in my army.
Rishir, that silk-tongued devil.
Silk-tongued and loyal to the end, you backstabbing curs. Both of you, traitorous schemers.
말 돌려.
Enough, Halfdan. Name your traitors when the fighting's done.
Easy for you. Nobody's poisoning your damn wine.
Enough bickering, all of you. We are at the edge of war. Preserve your rage for the enemy.
Lufina talks sense. We fight this battle and we end this war. At this moment, nothing else matters.
Look there. The pigs send a message.
Raven Tamer, with me. You will talk them into a surrender with your sword-sharp tongue.
마그니스. 역시 상남자의
Stay
쌍둥이다.
back, men!
These Picts came in great numbers. They came to fight.
If this is a trick, do what you must. Draw steel and cut them down like harvest corn.
선생님 잠시만요. 이거 전투하고.
Turn tail and run, back beyond the wall.
The Romans built that wall to keep us out. But they are gone, and we remain. Someday you too will disappear.
Wall or no wall, we have more gods than you.
We may have but one god, Hedon. But we have many more friends.
Who now is the rightful king of Northumbria?
아, 얘였어?
The kingdom has spoken!
Glory for Halfdan! I will have your head!
Faithful counselor, please help me back to Jorvik. Let my heart expire at home. I have no favors left to offer you, Rishir. Soon, you will walk beside your guard.
But I see no light. I feel no warmth. Only an icy darkness, a cave.
Hell's frozen door welcoming you.
What waits for me there, Eivor? What waits for me?
A traitor's death for a treasonous fool.
He was the hero in tales he told himself. A Saxon who loved his homeland. You cannot begrudge him that.
There is something in that. No more Saxon kings, Eivor. I am through playing the puppeteer. The fate of this shire rests on my shoulders alone.
You'll take the crown yourself, and the extra burden it brings.
I will. But I will not rule alone. My friends, my allies, will keep me standing upright. Let us talk of our alliance in Jorvik. Leave this king to his winter kingdom.
하프단이 등장해야 시기 시작합니다.
The ceremony hastens to start. Let's not keep the crowd waiting.
Eivor! Yes, let us go. to inscribe our names in history. Have you had enough fun? My crowning must come soon.
I'll save some for later. Let's make a king of you.
To Eivor and the Raven clan of Mercia, our newest ally in blood and glory.
To Halfdan King, I lift my horn and raise my brow to speak this praise. Crown spire, stout oak of Valkyries, spinner of battle wisdom, long may you live and rule. Skål! Moira, what is this metal? It's soft, like Roman pipes.
Ah, that's lead.
허.
Toxic metal.
And was it lead that drove the Romans mad? Can metal do this to a man?
Oh, God in heaven, yes. The Romans knew this well. And my poor mother, she drank from cups like these for so long.
You. All these years you gifted me poison. You gifted me madness.
Old friend, please. Your sickness has clouded your judgment.
This sickness was no accident. I trusted you.
Sheath your weapon, Farid.
Eivor, make this man see sense. He's old, sick, and his mind is unclear.
Horse shit! You want me dead, you lying shithog? I was a fool to not see it.
당신은 제정신이 아닙니다. 아프다.
Halfdan, stop! This is a man of honor.
You stand beside this traitor?
I do. Let truth guide us here, not madness.
그래. 모르고 준 걸 거야.
I am Halfdan Ragnarsson, Wolf of War, Lord of Jorvik, ruler of men. I am king!
Not my king. I will not bow to a man who accuses me of treason.
In days yet to come, men will sing the praises of Halfdan and scorn the life of Faravid the betrayer.
You are the hero of a coward's tale. A man who hid behind his best men and claimed their victories for his own.
You are banished. Out! Never again set foot in my lands!
Thank you, King.
No more. Leave me.
동맹 안 되나 그래서? 동맹을 실패하는 대신 사람을 살리느냐, 사람을 죽이는 대신 동맹을 하느냐, 이건 것 같은데?
What's that about?
End of the road. Goodbye, Eivor.
Did you know about the goblets, the lead? Now is the time for truth.
I hope one day we may raise our spears together, old friend.
알았다는 걸 몰랐다는 거야. 결사된가?
We hope for many things in this life, yet we earn so few of them. Moira, is something wrong?
Weep for Northumbria.
왜?
Is it Halfdan? Has he gotten worse?
His heart is broken. He's a mere shadow of himself. With Faravid lost and his brothers away, he wallows in paranoia and sadness.
I could speak with him. Where is he now?
Wandering the fields of Pitaringa with his beloved Beonton.
I'll find him. Thank you, Moria. Stand up, Halfdan. I'm taking you back to Jorvik. Up, my lord. You're a king. You're not allowed to sulk. Men bled and died to sit you on that throne. So go, sit.
My brother, Ivar. Did he die well?
He died fighting.
You slew my brother and never said a word.
이거 어떻게 알았어?
You kept this from me.
It was no secret. Abba knew. Did he not?
Leave me.
I will not. I've come to see you safely home. Now get up.
I mislaid my hammer. I think Beonton ran off with it, but I'm not well, Eivor.
I'll find your hammer, and then you'll come with me.
I was on my way to Scarborough. If you find my hammer, bring it to me there.
The lighthouse. Halfdan awaits. This hammer is not meant to be thrown, Halfdan. Remember that next time.
My father, Ragnar, he gifted this to me. Took it off a Finnish chief. Still warm with blood when he handed it to me. I had 14 winters.
Ragnar Lothbrok was a great king.
A Finnish arrow killed my mother. A shield maiden she was. As fierce as a wolf swallowing the sun. My father swore to kill the men who took her from us. And he did. 14 against 1. But that was years ago in the east. And this is the west, where my father lies dead. A pile of bones and a pit of snakes.
And here we are, still telling stories of his life and deeds.
How did my brother die?
아니?
Ivar murdered an innocent man, a good man. He earned the death I gave him.
If the codes of honor demanded his death, you did what had to be done. Beonton, my boy! Come here, boy!
A dog always forgives, but he needs you home. All of Northumbria does.
Do a last thing for me. Light the beacon for all to see, and let it burn. You are always welcome at my hall.
다행이다. 아무 일 없네요. 아우 다행이네. 야 눈치 파라더니 이래서 싫다니까 가게 도망갔네. 때릴 줄 알고. 네, 이거 디어겠죠, 디어. 네. 근데 중간에
All right, I'll be Gunner's keeper, if only to bring him back in one piece.
사마인의 첫 번째
Very
밤.
generous of you. Make for the town of Gloucester.
글라 웨체스터에
You'll
가서
find him there.
군나를
Eivor, thought I smelt you on the wind.
Gunnar, with the speed you left home, I thought you've been carried off by Valkyries.
I have. This Valkyrie right here, Bridget, my own heart's root. Meet Eivor.
It takes a rare woman to nail down our Gunnar.
Lavendine da, with my Zigwili.
Good to meet you as well. How did you find a woman in these backwoods?
She came through the settlement selling runes, outshone every stone in her satchel. She offered me a trade, a rune for a brooch I was making. I got a better deal. But she loves the ugly little thing.
Have you a family, Bridget?
That mom and dad carried them in Gillidan Anon. Can't help drews me.
Brexit man power the last high priestess and elderman. They since passed on. But the current elderman looks out for her.
I should like to meet this elderman of yours, if our kinfolk are to be joined.
A union forged in love. Come, we go find him. Oh, and don't blame me if he's heard a tale or two about you. What about it, Bridge?
Dim jolch. Yw two bags of air sich o gwmpas ych gilydd. A teifr gael clis llawn.
Right, no daylight to waste then, huh? There is the elder man. Kunan!
사슴.
A good leader, seeing to his people's needs. Let us join hands when his task is done.
Yeah, then let's introduce you to Tevdur. Hands as clammy as a dead haddock, but his heart is in the right place. And he'll be elderman after Kunan. Tevdur, this is Eivor, my chieftain.
Ah, yes. The way Gunnar speaks, I expected,
Me to ride in on a winged horse, cure the sick, the blind. His compliments are as blunt as his hammer.
Ah, more pagans crowding our table. Just lovely. Well, what brings you here?
Have I wronged you? I'm here only for the wedding. Where I come from, we do not poison the well of friendship so swiftly.
And what has Dane friendship done for Christian Mercia? Unseated godright kings for puppet rulers?
뭐야? 노려보기만 해.
Apples! Eivor, wait until you try the cider. You like cider, eh? Tevdur? Cider?
Ah, you must be Eivor. Tevdur, I see you've welcomed our honored guest. Come just in time for my last Samhain.
At your behest. We welcome all pagans set upon God's own Gloucester.
Tevdur, as your harvest king, I demand that you remove the turnip from your arse and be merry. So you've come to meet the family before you whisk my Bridget away to her life as a smithy's bride.
We're honored to have her join the Raven clan, but your lush landscape will be hard to match.
I must give away girl and land in this misty season, but Gunnar is a good man, and he speaks tirelessly of you.
If you will excuse me, I have matters to attend to.
Ah, yes, the shrine. And with so many thieves and fangs on the path, a fellow may fall in God's service.
뭔가 되게 여기도 애매하네요. 권력 관계가.
Kunan, I do not need a heathen escort.
Youth cut down in its prime, without even the memory of warm thighs and cider to sustain him in the afterlife.
Then, by my honor, I shall not rest until I return him to you safely. Aye, Tevdur?
I see I am outmatched. Though a Dane joining in praise to Saint Kenhelm, God will weep.
My lady love calls, Eivor. Oh, if you'd like to join us later, we're going hoodening this eve.
Go, may you have a fire-forged friendship. Watch for fairies, fenfolk, and fiends. I have a hand fastening to oversee, an apprenticeship to officiate, and a pig to slaughter.
Well, shall we then?
이교도를 되게 경계하는 신하와 쿨하게 이들을 받아들이는 지방 영주. 사망 플레이거든요.
I don't understand this Christian praying. I thank Odin while standing. Why get your knees dirty?
To humble ourselves before God. Besides, I've dirtied my knees doing worse.
That sounds like a tale I'd like to lend my ear to.
Please, Eivor, I must pray.
Should I watch or turn my back?
Oh, Lord, gift upon this lowly servant your greatest gift. Patience.
I will not have to interrupt your prayer to protect you, Tevdur.
And yet you insist on doing so. What is it you are looking at? A hare?
Tevdur, get to safety. Find somewhere to hide.
Where did they come from?
뭐야 이거? 활 없어.
Eivor, thank you for saving my life.
It's good I was here to protect you. Maybe Conan has the eyes of prophecy.
Blood, cloven-hoofed and sent by Lucifer himself. This land must be returned to God's grace.
More likely the shrine is in their territory.
Lord, we thank thee for your protection.
It's not safe here.
Give me my moment's prayer, Eivor. I ask only this.
We should return to Gloucester. Unless you'd like to thank the little martyr here for tonight's feast.
I'm not a babe in the woods in need of constant guard. Go on without me.
I gave Conan...
Yes, your word. And when I see him, I will say you protected me from being skewered upon those devil's tusks. Oh, and Eivor, I owe you a drink at least. Later, if you have one. Find me at the festivities.
Hey.
Eivor, there you are.
Here I am.
So, what adventures did you find in my absence?
Escorted Tefter to the shrine of some Christian saint. Our path was not peaceful. We were accosted by a group of boars.
Odd, but path na usually safe. To the brievo.
But you saved his hide. I bet it was quite the sight, two of you as a pair.
I kept my word to Conan, and that spatcock Tefter lives.
Restraint, Eivor? I was half expecting you to wallop the lad around the head and ass.
I've bridged hands with most of England, Gunnar. And I've held my temper around worse than Tefter. I need a drink.
Try the cider. It's from last year's apple harvest. Skull.
Skull.
아직 안 봤어요.
So, you invited me to a hoodening. What mischief is this?
Ni gwisgalan fel y sbrydjan and creatures of the Vale. The bag for treats.
사탕.
Gloucester gives their glut to otherworldly visitors, and if you dress as one, you'll get that bounty yourself.
Freely given? Huh. I've only seen such a thing done at feasts.
Then we turn you into a beastie and have you roam the hills, braying for sweets and drink.
It's hardly a disguise. Just a cloak and some bones.
Nonsense. You are the very spirit of the Mary Louved. Now, let's hooden. Become the Mary Louved, the spirit who sings for cake and ale. And you cannot have your clothes
할로윈,
until we
할로윈의 그 시작.
I'll keep this covering, but even a knife to my... Gunnar? Trick or treat!
What business have you? Oh, the Mary Lwyd. Right. We're doing cakes instead of beer this year.
Samhain night and the moon is high. Mary Lwyd haunts my door.
Sweet as honey, Gunnar. You should see this. Gunnar! My cakes.
You are either fearless or stupid, boy, to speak to someone of the Raven clan this way.
Fitting name for scavengers. Winged rats taking what isn't yours.
I'll pick out your eyes and feed them to your god.
Gunnar, we are guests here. Let him go. We can hooden more. You seem to want your nose broken, so let me oblige.
갑자기.
Christ, him tall.
Enough! Keep your brawls to the other side of the river. There's children
처음
about.
보는 아주머니다.
I don't answer to you, witch.
Thomas Fletcher, I brought you into this world, wiped your mother's birth blood from your face. Mind your tongue. Let's see that leg then.
It's nothing.
Careful with the old man. He's had many winters
방전사의
worth of
길은 그냥 할
wounds.
수 있던데요. 정착지 레벨업 하다 보면 나와요.
Lucas. Modron's a gumpas to patch this land.
That man called you a witch.
I lead those who follow the old ways in Gloucestershire, but I offer my healing services on both sides of the river. Gwyneth, my love, go back
보수,
to the house and
의사.
bring me the garlic salt.
And the worms? Are we cleaning or cutting, Mother?
Yes, grab the worms just to be safe. Now go, child. I promise not to cut it off before your return.
Give me strength.
My mam modern is known am a humor towel gudran.
I'm glad you all finding my mortal injury so funny. Go, Eivor. Make merry and try to loosen Tevder's shoulders.
Modron, you don't have to save his leg. I will understand.
That limb will be fine, but no medicine in England will stop the dribble from his mouth. I do not work miracles.
Eivor, there you are.
Tefter.
얘 눈빛부터
You're well
이상해.
met. Gwilym here has challenged my honor in a contest of drinks.
Join us. The lad will be easy pickings.
갑자기?
Give me a cup.
Some ale, then.
One for me as well.
For shaveling of the Christ Lord, you have a lot of scars, Gwilym.
Not every tonsured man is a wet-eared abbey, babe. I came to God after I had scarred my soul with sin.
To holy hearts and humid eyes, it is the best drunkenness returns a man to royal reason. Skull.
갔어! 연약하고만 연약해.
Good effort, Tevder. This merriment feeds my soul. Here, another drink on me for allies new and old.
Of all the ealdormen I've met, you're the most unburdened. What is your secret?
None. It is well known. The burdens I carry will soon leave this world with me. So drink to my life and death.
Death?
I am to be sacrificed in the Wicker Man as king of the harvest. Like Elderman Simkin before me and all before him.
Horrible barbaric practice. A burnt offering after poor crops. They hope well-fed gods will smile upon them.
이게 뭔 소리야?
Your people are loyal to you, Kunan. Seems a waste to throw your life away.
Their loyalty would falter if I shirked my duties. I will die glorious in flame, not live to further choke my homeland.
A toast, then. To Elderman Kunan!
인신
Joyous
공양을
and
해가지고
generous.
죽는
Let each
대상이
man
된다고?
show him loyalty until he suffers death.
My friends, you are kind to me. I'd like to toast my successor, Tevder. May he wear the horns
어차피
head
죽을
high.
인생이니까 막 이렇게 생각하고 그냥 걱정 안 하고 살고 있는데.
Weak. What is this? Water? I feel like Thor chugging oceans. No effect to my head or step.
You heard the man. Give him something stronger.
This'll work faster than any tonic.
Good. Give me visions of all creatures that roam these hills, and the sorehead tomorrow to pay for it.
Wow, that tastes awful. It feels good, though. Eivor, speak true. My feelings be damned. I have been an ass, do not deny it. And I, for that, I am sorry.
A colossal horse's ass. Yes.
Soft words from the heartless heathen.
Only fiercer than fire among ill friends. I can be very as nice as a spring gale.
And how nice is that?
안 돼요. 이건 안 돼요.
Tefter, with Gunnar and Bridget's marriage, our clans will unite. But we could join by oath as well.
Oh, yes. My first ally as Elderman. I accept. We shall make an oath. How do we start?
Yeah, the greatest oath, and the greatest union. To the oath!
The treaty! The greatest!
근데 지금 지방정관 있지 않아? 왜 얘가 된다고 하는 거야?
People are sleeping.
잠깐 컨트롤이 안 돼.
More ale to seal our friendship.
취해가지고.
This way. Look out for the black sow.
Sow? Like pig?
Tevder! 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 Where are you?
야, 사랑 고백했으면 큰일 날 뻔했다 진짜.
Hell's breath. What happened last night? And the effects of that draft still cling. Tefter, are you here? Tefter's bodyguard, killed by knife. Lead to. The murderers hid here, lying in wait while we approached outside. They jumped from the shadows to kill the bodyguards and to disable Tefter. Then they dragged him away. That accounts for everything. Except Gwillem's pouch of herbs. I'm still unbalanced by Gwillem's special something. Maybe Mother Modron will know the contents.
There he is! What is the meaning of this? Blood soaking our soil, and your weapon coated in the same!
Kunin, please. More has happened here than you can see. Give me a right to parley my innocence.
I should have heeded Tevder's misgivings about heathen party guests, and now he has paid with his life. With Tevder gone, Gloucester will be without an elderman. Eye for an eye. Your Raven clan will lose their chieftain.
Get the murderer!
Hello again.
Mother, it's the friend of the mangled leg man.
Eivor, you remember?
Indeed. It's a surprise to see you. Is everything quite all right?
Do you recognize the contents of this pouch?
A very unusual blend. There is a druid who uses this mix to aid sleep.
A monk called Gwillem poured some of it into my drink last night. The effects were intense.
Search the houses! Could have gotten far!
Damn Christ, sons, what is it they want now? They make this place unlivable for pagans.
Mother, if the stranger wants more of the herbs, they can talk to the druid Halewyn.
Yes. Halewyn's cabin is on a lake, near where the Cherwell and Great Ouse rivers meet.
Halewyn?
But he is a strange fish. Rarely does he speak to mortals, preferring the company of spirits. Now, I've business at Rollindrich. Find me there later.
druid.